Hello everyone, welcome back. I hope you guys are doing great, and today we'll be talking about a very recent incident that has taken place inside a temple. So there was this lady that went inside the temple and she took some photos, very provocatively dressed. But this is an example of where people without thinking makes a very stupid mistake. That's my take on the situation. My point is, see, India has become a very unsafe place for women. There has been lots of violence against women that have been perpetuated in India in the very recent months, days, years, whatever it is. Now, because India has become an unsafe place for women, what should you do as a woman? You should not, at the very least, you should not aggravate the situation, right? Now, this was the biggest celebration for the Hindus. This is called Durga Puja. Who is Durga? She is a goddess, a female deity. So during this season, a female deity is being worshipped in a temple by thousands of devotees, all not just thousands, millions, billions of devotees all over the world. So during this season, female are seen as object of worship, veneration, of respect. Why would you, as a woman, would like to tarnish that particular image? Why would you do that? This country is already unsafe, India, for women. And in that country, as a woman, why would you make situation even more vulnerable for women? Is it the right approach? But let me first talk about this gesture, this provocative gesture, going into a temple, taking pictures and putting them online. So right after she posted those pictures, like they're very provocative, they obviously attracted a lot of attention. Okay. And as they attracted a lot of attention, she received some backlash. People started commenting on those pictures. Now, we're going to get to the comments, like who are the people who actually commented on those pictures. We're going to get into some of these comments just in a minute. But the comments were basically posted because she made the gesture of putting herself into the spotlight by making a nuisance. Okay, look, I am not against people making their own choice. This is a personal choice. How will you dress? But my primary observation is it was a temple. And it was not just a temple, it was the biggest celebration of a Hindu festival. Okay, so why would you go into a temple that precisely worships a female deity? Why would you do that? Now, her point was this. If there are carvings on the temple walls that show erotica, okay, that shows erotic postures, like people having sex and whatnot, why can I not go into a temple and show off my body? That was her point. And now look, I don't really understand Hindi very well, so ever since she posted those pictures, after she received those comments, she made a video doubling down on her position as to why her action was justified. And I understand, but my point is, see, there is a time and place for everything. As a male, will it be okay if I go to a female toilet? Will that be acceptable? Why not? If not, why not? Because that's not what normally males do, and vice versa. If there is a male toilet, a female wouldn't go into the male toilet. So if there are temples, like look, everything is human expression. Sex is not outside of humanity. It is part of humanity. And that's why there are temples where devotees, they go and they perform sex. That's one issue. If you want to do that, you go to that particular temple, you take photos, you do whatever you want to do. That's entirely up to you. But this Durga Puja occasion is for the uplifting of women. is to show respect to womankind. Why would you choose this particular occasion to show off your personality? There are time and place. You go to that temple where it shows erotica, where there are temple carvings that shows erotica. You go to the temple, you take your photos, you post it online, you get your attention. Fair enough. Why would you go into a temple specifically in a particular season? Not just any season. This is the season where Durga Puja is celebrated all over the world. Okay. In almost every Durga temple, there is a celebration going on. So not only you are hurting the feelings of millions of Hindus all over the world, but at the same time, you are making things more difficult for the women in particular. Is this the right thing to do? Is this the right thing to do? Why women are being subjected to violence? Because men do not respect them. If this is the case, if this is something that you are complaining about, why will you put yourself in a position that is going to make your situation, not just yours, but thousands, millions, hundreds of millions of other women more vulnerable? Is this the most sensible thing to do? This is the temple where female are being worshipped. Why would you choose that particular temple? Why would you choose that particular temple to show your choice, to show your female empowerment, while jeopardizing, while making millions of other women vulnerable at the same time? Is this the right thing to do? Again, look, I am not against provocative dressing. And women can choose whatever they want to wear, that's up to them. But my observation predominantly is this was a temple for worshipping women, and she didn't had the common sense. She didn't had that sensitive mind, that understanding that, look, if I do this, this is going to jeopardize, this is going to make millions of other women more vulnerable. We are worshipping women in a temple. That's something for the male to learn, that, okay, look, women are not just as an object of sex, they are also as an object of worship. That's what at least Durga Puja symbolizes. Why are you diluting that symbol? Why are you destroying that notion? Is this the most sensible thing to do? Again, there are multiple women who did it. Some women did it very deliberately, like this one, and there are some other women. Now, coming back to the comments, who were the people who commented on? By the look of the names, what I understood, many were the comments from the Muslim community. So Muslims are ashamed. Some comments were suggesting that they are ashamed. How stupid, how nonsensical. You are not ashamed when your 55-year-old prophet rapes a 9-year-old child. You are not ashamed. You are ashamed when a Hindu woman, he got a position, he got an argument that if there are carvings that shows erotica on the temple walls, this is why I am also showing off. If that is acceptable, this should also be acceptable. That was her point. What is your point? Do you have any point? You destroyed temples. You losers, what did you do? You destroyed all the temples. Some 40,000 temples have been destroyed by those Muslim savages, the invaders that came to loot India for about 800 years. What they did, they destroyed those temples. And now these savages, these degenerate savages are commenting that, look, we are ashamed. We don't give a damn about your shame. We don't give a damn about your stupidity. Okay, because we know who you are. You are a degenerate idiot. That's who you are. Especially if you are coming from a Muslim community. If you think that our Hindu women, the way they dress, that makes you feel ashamed, you go F yourself. That would be my comment. You go F yourself. Do not comment on the Hindu women and their character. We have seen much more degenerate characters from your prophet. From your prophet. We do not appreciate your comment. It will be wise of you, if you keep yourself away from the Hindu women. That would be much more civilized. Right now, you're behaving like a savage. That's what you are doing.